Oh, okay. Hello, it's Games. I've tried to record this video. It's gone wrong. I'm going to be reacting to the Only Friends Dream On trailer. I'm going to be pausing excessively. The video is going to be slow and laggy. I recommend that you watch somebody else's reaction to this trailer. I just wanted to film a video right now. It's very late. I should sleep. Oh my god. Just to talk about my life because I can. Hello, I can talk about my life. It's my YouTube channel. um Briefly, I for the 2 straight weeks I was unable to sleep. I would just lie in bed for hours and just not be able to go to sleep. When I did sleep, I'd wake up 2 hours later. I wouldn't know what was going on. And then I for some reason I was lying in bed. I was like, I think I'm hot. I think I'm burning up. I think I'm drenched in sweat. And it's crazy because it's literally snowing. It's literally February. I reach over, I turn off my radiator, which was on full blast, and my radiator is pressed right up against my bed. I move my toes a little bit to the right, and my little toesies, woesies, tickle the radiator. Um, I turn that off, and then I fall asleep within 5 minutes. So I'm really sick and tired of myself. But here I am, still awake, and it's 1:18 a.m. and I have to be at work early in the morning. That's fine. This is the trailer for Only Friends Dream On. I have seen it. Full disclosure, I have seen it. I'm gonna be pausing a lot again, like I said. Um, yeah, let's just start. Let me actually turn the volume down a little bit. Okay.
นี่มึงอยากได้บทตัวเข้าแรกเลยเหรอกูอยากได้ทั้งบทแล้วกูก็อยากได้มึงด้วยแฟนเก่าเอากันมันก็ไม่ใช่เรื่องแปลกอะไรปะอยากรู้เหรองั้นเดี๋ยวผมเล่าให้ฟัง
Okay. And then this is also gonna be messing up a lot. I'm so sorry. Literally watch somebody else's reaction. I'm so sorry. Um, okay. Earth Mix. Let me go back a little bit over here. Is that a good frame? Um, okay. So I love Earth Mix. I'm really excited to see Earth Mix again. I love that they're employed. I love that it seems like they're gonna have fun this series, although the behind the scenes that I was watching seems like they were going through it. So maybe not a lot of fun, but a little bit. Um as for I think Dean is Mix's character. Seems like a messy guy. I'm excited for messy Mix. I'm excited for Mix to be a little bit sassy, yes, work. Um I gotta say, I don't love Earth doing serious roles. I don't know how much of that is a valid opinion though, or me just missing Hang. I love Osan's Love Thailand, and I miss Hang, and I think that he's such a good comedic actor, and I feel like in his heart he was just Hang. He was just Hang. Let this man play himself again. Please stop giving him all these grumpy man roles. He's not grumpy, bro. But it looks like he's playing like this. Ooh, I think are they letting him keep his tattoos? Oh my god. I think that's definitely his actual tattoo. Okay, okay. I wonder, don't they have to do some weird copyright clearing to do that kind of thing? I don't know. But Um we love Earth Mix. I'm curious about their dynamic. It seems like I have already seen the trailer before, like I said. It doesn't seem like um I haven't seen as much from Earth that I've seen from Mix. So I'm wondering what's going on with I think it's Jack. I think his character's name is Jack and he's Dean. So I'm curious to see what's going on with Jack. What's his deal? You know what I mean? But we'll see.
ด้วยแฟนเก่าเอากันมันก็ไม่ใช่เรื่องแปลกอะไรปะอยากรู้เหรองั้นเดี๋ยวผมเล่าให้ฟัง กูจะทำโรมิโอกับโรมิโอ
I do love that it looks like they're bringing in like the framing device that they used for I think just one episode in the first season. Like I like that they're doing that. Like maybe it'll be something that stays out throughout the whole show. That I feel like that would be something that's new and like fresh and interesting. I would kind of live. I would kind of live. I feel like this is definitely like because Only Friends like season 1 was definitely pushing a lot of boundaries and there's kind of like at the time there was really nothing that I could see that was like it in the like the Thai BL scene and like the BL scene in general. Um and so I hope like the second season continues the tradition of like pushing the boundaries. So, like if there is this unique sort of interesting framing device that's drawing from I can only imagine like sitcom traditions. I don't know why I'm doing some fucking modern culture and media interpretation of this BL trailer. JoJo would be proud. Love him. I saw like I've been seeing a lot of hate for JoJo online. And I don't like that. Like, please calm down. Please calm down. This is like, some people like you're not you when you're hungry. When your blood sugar drops, you get all irritable and like naggy and nasty for no good reason. I think the same thing happens when you haven't had your daily dose of DL or BL. Like the people are starving. Please do at least drop a little bit of fan service so they get off of these random directors' dicks. He did not do anything to you. Okay. Continuing. Romeo and Romeo. I'm trying to think if I would see that. Well, I am Fujoshi brained, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I am Fujo brained. So I think I would go see this production. Now, would I like the production? Would I come back to my room and talk shit about it on my Instagram story and my YouTube page? And my Twitter? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see more.
จะเอาเรื่องนี้มาเล่าใหม่ส่วนตอนจบก็ต้องอยู่ด้วยกันส่วนนักแสดงปีนี้
I'm kind of inspired by the fact that he's like trying to retell Romeo and Juliet with like a happy ending. I like it. I do. Like I'm kind of enamored. I'm kind of like, ooh, I feel like that's gonna be thematically important somehow. Yeah. ไอดีนอยู่แล้วปะไอดีนแม่งเป็นพระเอกทุกปีทุกเรื่องเลยอะ Okay, we heard a woman's voice. I hope we're gonna see a woman. I hope they're gonna show a woman in this BL. Why is that actually the hardest thing to ask in 2026? Yeah, there's a lot of bodies in this bitch, and the bodies it's giving male. It's giving male. It's giving man. What I loved about Only Friends Remon is we had Yo, we have Namchum, we had like we had a lot of letters represented. Like if this was a box of alphabet soup sold to me, I'd say where are the rest of the letters, girl? It's a lot of G G G G G G G, but that's okay. That's okay. I just like, a series that I might look forward to would have some women. Like one or two. Like one or two. Only the last one I think had 2 women in the main cast. So like ooh. 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 Okay. Okay. But work.
ยังไงบทโรมิโอของไอ้แจ็คเนี่ยก็ต้องเป็นของผมอยู่แล้ว
Like so messy.
บทโรมิโอหลับที่เลิกกันแล้วกูก็ต้องมีสิทธิ์เราอาจจะได้เล่นด้วยกันก็ได้นะกูก็เล่นเป็นตัวหลักส่วนมึงก็ต้องซ้อมเหมือนเดิมไงอะไรที่มึงเคยได้กูก็อยากได้เหมือนกันมึงสนใจเล่นละคร
Just from this trailer, like let me go back. Poor Boom. Like I just don't believe that he has it in him to go up against like I'm sorry. Low-key, it's giving Nick. It's giving Nick. I was thinking about like who are like I'm not saying like there's gonna be 1-to-1 like season 1, season 2 comparisons that are gonna be able to be made, but I was thinking like okay we have like this like sort of like messy, sassy, toxic mix and like from this trailer so far he's giving me a little bit of Boston, like a little bit of Boston mixed with a little bit of Ray. And like, can you imagine Mick if If you've seen the show, mixing Ray with Boston, wow. I'm excited. I'm excited. And especially because Boston is coming back, like, and like I think that Boston is friends with Earth's character, Jack, who's gonna be exes with Mick's characters, Dean. I feel like Mix, and then like also like Mix is friends with Tua, who like has some sort of bad history with friggin' Boston's character. I feel like it's gonna be Mix head off against Boston, and like them, I think they're gonna generate a lot of good drama. If they know, if the writers of this show do what's good for them and what's wise, we're gonna see them go head to head in a really delicious way. I don't know if they're gonna do what's good for them and what is wise. We're gonna have to see. But I have a feeling I'm in for a treat. But as for this character, like from what I've seen in the trailer, like he's just too like he's got too much hope and like wonder in his eyes. Like it's it's giving Nick. I'm so sorry, but like Nick was a little bit crazy. Nick was a little crazy, and I don't like throwing that word around willy nilly, like because ableism, right? Like but I mean, like there was probably something you could diagnose in Nick, because there's no reason that you should be putting spy equipment in your situationship's car. Like, no, 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 no. So there was a little bit something diagnosable there. So maybe there's gonna be something more than what we see in Boom's character. I think Rafi. Oh, he looks like a Rafi. He's cute. He reminds me of a little puppy dog. I just don't know if he's making it to the end of the show. Please, please rescue him. I know he's gonna have some sort of situation, messy, toxic, yaoi, but like, look at his huge brown eyes. Like, you poor thing, Rafi. That's such a cute little. Pray, pray for my man, please. Please pray for him.
มึงสน
Evil.
ใจเล่นละครคณะปะกูเนี่ยนะใช่ย่อยนะเว้ยเอาคนที่แอบชอบเข้ามาในโปรเจกต์อะถ้าเกิดมึงชอบมันขนาดนั้นเนี่ยมึงต้องลองจูบมันนะแต่ถ้าเกิดมันจูบมึงกลับเนี่ยก็แปลว่ามันชอบมึงเหมือนกัน
Don't jump me, you guys. Don't jump me, you guys. We had to talk about the elephant in the room eventually. In 2026, like I was, 2025, I was giving some passes to some, behaviors or whatever. Like I just don't love I'm not I've made the video about it. You can go watch my video about problematic BL actors there. I'm not gonna bring in the whole context here, and maybe that's wrong of me. Maybe that's shallow of me. I'm open to criticism. I can't talk about it right now. Here's my thing. Again, I will say, I can't remember what I said in other recordings or in this one, but like the reason that I watched Only Friends season 1 was because of the pilot trailer for Only Friends Dream On. And the reason that I watched the pilot trailer for Only Friends Dream On is because of this pairing. Okay, this was just still when they were like, I think even before they started filming for My Golden Blood, and it was certainly before I was on BL fan Twitter, okay? So I didn't know who these people were. I just knew, oh my god, I loved him in Three Will Be Free. I loved him as the bisexual stripper in Three Will Be Free. I love Gawain from I love Gawain as Denai in Not Me, and I loved Gawain. Like I fell in love watching Be My Favorite. So I was like, oh my god, but how's that gonna work? I was like, how's that gonna work? But I believed because it hadn't occurred to me that just because you have hot, sexy man, that is really like, but also like inside, like seems like a hot, sexy man inside and out, and a hot, sexy man, personality wise and outside, right? Just because you add these two things together doesn't mean that it's gonna shake, it's gonna bake, it's gonna become the beautiful blossoming tree. I think that there are I don't love the kind of characters that they played in My Golden Blood. I just don't really love Gawain as an ingenue. I don't know what it is, but I don't love him as an ingenue. I think that, he's able to like sort of carry some like world weariness in him, be a little bit cheeky as well. Like I like P Sang. P Sang, like, you know, and maybe that was partially like, his just chemistry with his co-star in that show. But I liked that presentation, and we sort of got that as well, like that is sort of playfulness but also maturity, when he was playing Deny and Not Me. I don't remember what his character. I honestly didn't finish My Golden Blood, so maybe things changed as their characters went on and developed, and they like sort of settled into things while filming in terms of the acting. I don't know. I I wouldn't know about that. I'm sorry. I'm just checking to make sure that it's still recording. I feel like, oh my god. Regardless, I'm going to sleep after I click stop. I can't do this all night. Um, and then I feel the same about Gawin's character. I feel like like the youthfulness that he had in Three Will Be Free, like the optimism that he had in that show, and like as well, like just the dynamic that he had with his love interest in that series was really appealing. But I just don't know if like the dynamic that they have them playing out right now are things that I'm interested in seeing. Mm. I'd like to see them more on equal footing. I don't really love them where it's like Gwen is at the mercy of Joss's character, which seems like it's going to be what it is here, where we have Tua in love with his best friend, Arnold. Um, and then we could also talk about what the fuck he's got on, because what the fuck does he have on? Why is this from Timu? This looks like the cheapest shit. They could have distressed it a little bit to make it look a little bit more worn. I don't know what the fuck they have this man got wearing. I'm sorry. I did see the pictures from the fitting. I was a little bit confused about choices made from the costume department when it came to Arnold. And maybe we're gonna see a little bit more of that in this trailer. Um, there, I just have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. Listen, it's still a trailer. I still am like, how's that gonna work? I'm still thinking about that. Um, so we're just gonna press play. Just know that like I'm not having faith inspired within me by this situation of a kiss. And I'm just going to say, only from season one, this is not the kind of kiss that we would have seen. We like please don't come for me, but like, can someone show me one screenshot from Only Friends season one that has the same sort of kiss as this? I'm not saying like it's just I think that this kind of kiss could be appropriate for some series, but is it appropriate for Only Friends? Like maybe it's just like he's just kind of a nervous guy, But like, do nervous guys belong in only friends? I'm not saying he has to be a slut, but I feel like, especially because I feel like I saw a spoiler where he had like some sort of situation with Boston before. Like, I feel like you should know your body enough to. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about that. I do love you, Gwen. I do. I'm sure Arnold would be a really Tua. I'm so sorry, Tua. I'm sure he's a really nice boy.
เป็นไงมึง
Like the way he went as the kiss pulled away. You're asking, so feel anything? I feel like this is I if no. If my friend said so, basically I put one of my hands like on his shoulder, I kissed him, he scrunched his face up at me as I pulled away, and I was like, so did you feel anything? I would say, girl, get somewhere and sit down. I have to move on from this situation.
รู้สึกปะมึงกับไอ้ลาฟี่นี่มันยังไงวะมึงชอบมันเหรอน่ารักดีเดี๋ยวกูจะเสิร์ฟให้มึงเองอยู่ที่มึงแล้วกันนะ
So wait a minute. So I think those two are friends, which is so funny because, like, I'm pretty sure his brother is his ex, so that's kind of messy. I love the nose ring. That's hot. That's really hot. I don't love that he's a DJ. I don't believe in that.
น่ารักดีเดี๋ยวกูจะเสิร์ฟให้มึงเองอยู่ที่มึงแล้วกันนะว่าจะตบหรือไม่ตบแต่มึงห้ามไปบอกเรื่องนี้กับใครนะคนอย่างกูอะน่าจะไม่เคยพูด
It's also interesting. I guess they had a little bit of this with like Boston setting up Top and Mew. Although the fuck, how did he set shit up? He didn't do shit to set. Like I set you up. You should at least, girl. You didn't do anything. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This is not about Boston. This is about these two. It seems like, I don't know. They're all a little bit sluttier this season. Like last time around, we weren't moving this way. Like we weren't moving this way. It's not like Ray was like bragging like, yeah, like I get what I want, like I do who I want. No, like Ray was just like having his little hookup situationship, like friends with benefits. Like Ray just had like somebody on his roster for the first time in forever. Like, and he was slutty about that, but I don't know, like at least like they have something to do. You know, I love in these sort of romance like centered shows where they have something else to do. Like in Only Friends season 1, they had the hostel. And this one they have a show to put on, you know. I don't love when they all they have to do is like sit around and like fuck each other. Like that's not productivity. Is this video going to get taken down? I guess we'll see. Now we see their dynamic.
กูต่างหากที่ได้มึงไม่ใช่มึงได้กูมึงกลัวแพ้เหรอกูไม่เคยแพ้อยู่แล้วแต่คนอย่างกูทำให้มึงแพ้ได้นะพวกมึงนี่บอสตันเพื่อนกูคนที่จะมาถ่ายรูปโปสเตอร์ละครให้เราอ่ะขอเป็นเพื่อนให้คนนะครับ
So you should say no in that situation. I said this once, I'm gonna say it again. Boston, after rewatching the footage of season 1, Boston does not need a boyfriend. He does not need a therapist. That man needs an exorcism. There is darkness within him that is only going to be cleansed once the demons that are taking residence inside of his soul pack their bags and leave, okay? Until that happens, there's nothing that me, you, anybody on this show can do for him. Look at him crying in tears. Like, is he gonna survive to the end of this show? I don't know. I feel like he's the most Mew-like, which is not good. I love Mew because he had a bitchy side to him, you know? Like, not a bitchy side. Like, I don't want to, that sounds homophobic. I'm so sorry. He had like a backbone, he had like a spine, he had like a strong sense of self, or like, at least he felt like having a strong sense of self was important. And I think that the beautiful thing about Mew is how overconfident he was. Like he really thought that if he was smart enough, he could avoid being taken advantage of. But like he had to learn that like love, like you can't plan that at all. Like you're not in control of that, and you kind of have to be at the mercy of that, and you have to, that's sort of vulnerability, and there's no way to protect yourself against that. I thought that was like a really nuanced. Only Friends season 1 is so good, you guys. um but I don't know if he has that inner like pillar of security. Like I feel like he's mixed between Nick and Mew. And um if you're just taking the worst parts from both, you're gonna have a hard time in your life. And look at his face. He's not having an easy one. He's not having an easy one. So I guess we'll see. But I think it's interesting that he's like the entry point for Boston. I thought that was for sure gonna be mixed. I hope they bring up like what happened at the end of season 1. Like I hope, I don't know, like do something with the stuff that you have. I feel like if you go, oh, that doesn't really work, that doesn't really work, like do something with the stuff that you have. Like try harder. I'm sorry. Just try a little.
ยังโกรธเรื่องเมื่อก่อนอยู่อีกเหรอไม่ได้โกรธแต่ถ้าไม่โกรธเนี่ยแปลว่ายังลืมไม่ลงนะน่าสงสารมึงเนาะบอกรักแจ็คแต่แจ็คก็ไม่เอามึงเนี่ยมึงอย่าล้มแล้วกันกูเหยียบแน่
I'm sorry. Mix looking up. Really, he's like that dog. He's like his dog, Snooky. Oh, I love Mix. I already know I'm gonna live for him. A lot. Deeply. Truly. Profoundly. Oh, Pod.
มึงยังรักกูอยู่ปะวะได้คำตอบแล้วนะ
Yeah, I wonder what Pod's role is gonna be. Interesting. And then we're hearing a little bit of, I think that's probably the new OST. Like I really thought, which is like think of what they did in the pilot trailer, that they were just gonna do the Only for season 1 track with like a remix, and it was gonna be like a little bit more R&B, a little bit more like harmonizing, like voice to men. Back again, we'll never do no swing. Like I thought they were gonna be doing something a little bit like that. Like that could have ate. It sounds like they're doing something completely different. Mix, I think in one interview said he was very excited about the new OST. I'm excited. I hope they get Cowtongue back in the studio for a little bit of something, something. Like the man loves to sing. When he hits the studio, good things happen. I don't know if I've mentioned this before in a video that's so public, but I am like first cow, like that is my religion. I should honestly print out first cow tongue and put them on my wall. The thing is, my wall is all women with the exception of Prince, and like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But we got Ex Lover, Fan Gao. I know a little bit of Pasa Thai, Nid Noi, Nid Noi. Arrest me.
น่ารักอย่างมึงเนี่ยนะยังไงเดี๋ยวก็มีแฟนรู้ว่าถ้าข้ามเส้นขึ้นมาแล้วมันไม่เวิร์กอะ
Like,
หายละ
okay, what a frame to pause on. I'm hearing Gel Boys Nachos. I don't know if the boys and Gel Boys had that shit on. I haven't seen the show. I'm neurodiverse. It's hard for me to start things. It's hard for me to try new things. So I haven't seen Gel Boys, even though I know I should watch it. It's just it doesn't stick. I don't know if the boys over there had that shit on. I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know if I dislike it. I know that I just don't know what I'm looking at. So it's a little bit hard for me. to know if I like it or not. I know people were really clowning the costuming for this show. I wouldn't take it that far. I do feel like as a costume designer, like maybe Tua should be like a fashion student and like dressing a little bit cunty. Like like imagine like I have to move on. I have to move on. I can't talk about this pairing anymore.
แล้วมันไม่เวิร์กอะชิบหายแล้วกูก็ไม่ได้แพ้ใครนะมึงจะบอกแท็กว่าของดีแบบเนี้ย
In
เก็บ
the
ไว้กินคนเดียว
pool,
ดี
in
ก
the
ว่า
water.
เมื่อไหร่มึงจะเห็นหัวกูสักทีวะกูรู้ว่ามึงกำลังโกรธอยู่อะมึงไม่มีอะไรจริงจะไปทำเหี้ยอะไรกันสองคนอย่างนั้นวะ
Okay, so Boston and Arnold. Is, oh, are we gonna see that? Is that gonna happen? Again, it's like I'm thinking in my mind, how's that gonna work? I'm curious. I'm so curious. I don't even know if that's how that goes. I'm so sorry. I'm a fake K-pop listener. I know. Look at the boys they're fighting. I like him in this little suit though. It's very Book of Mormon.
จริงๆแล้วอะกว่าจะโลกสวยไปหน่อยที่ให้ตอนจบอะยังมีโอมันสุดด้วยกันกูเปลี่ยนแปลงตัวเองกูทำเพลงทุกอย่างก็เพื่อมึงอะจบแบบตายจากกัน
Whoa, wait, does Ooh have those tattoos? Those like red tattoos on his like bicep? Or are they just for the show? That's kind of sexy. That's a little bit sexy. I'm sorry. It's a little hot.
เป็นทางออกที่ดีที่สุดแล้วเว้ย
Okay. Let's review. Let's see all the places where we're gonna have sex this time around, okay? Okay.
เป็นทางออกที่ดีที่สุดแล้วเว้ย
Okay, so we have sex in the car, sex on the stairs. Okay, sex in the on the costumes. Okay. Okay. Probably also sex in the bed. I don't know. I won't put it past them. That's interesting. I feel like that's a little bit, that's like more of a spacious, array of, locations than we had in the previous season. I think it's the craziest we got was sex in the car last time. There was sex against the bookshelf, famously. That is one of the only things that Top Me will be famous for. Sex against the an act against a bookshelf. I'm not gonna give details. And then when Top said, like, it's so sad, like, I'm not able to sleep unless I have bitches in my bed. Because of my traumatic childhood memory. That was kind of iconic. I had to stand a little bit. I had to stand a little bit because there's no way. You didn't choose to be a slutty, lying asshole. You were born for this, Top. Like, I can only be mad at you a little bit. Come get your baddie chain, okay? Will anybody here be getting their baddie chain? From the top of my head, it's really just giving that Dean is getting his baddie chain. Again, because I haven't seen that much of Jack here. Maybe Ooh. I don't feel like I saw a lot of people, but my neurodivergence. Okay, and then it's getting the Friday slot. Now we can put the pitchforks down. Girl rules high. Please do not kill us. We did not do the thing that you think we did to your show. So it's kind of tea, right? It's kind of tea. Actually, let me see if I can. Okay, hopefully I don't dox myself. Okay, so far so good. Yes, okay. I did have this graphic whipped up, prepared. just to see, like, because I took some spoilers and I coalesced it into this only friends dream on dating chart. This is a lot messier than what we had last season, if you can believe it. Um, let's see. So from this, apparently Arnold and Boston are exes. It does not say anything about Tua and Boston being enemies. So already this is like not completely accurate. It says that they are like friends with benefits. I think this is symbolizing the threesome that they allegedly have, which I find interesting. But okay, but maybe it's Arnold and Boston having hooked up in the past. I don't know. That could be interesting. Um, we've got friends between like it is not giving. Okay, so this here says that Dean and Tua are enemies, but it looked like they were more friends. I'm pretty sure that this is not accurate. Given the trailer, like I don't know, maybe there's gonna be some crazy surprises in the actual show. I feel like I created this chart based off of false information that was given to me on Instagram Reels, and I think that's really offensive. I'm really offended. Um, so that means we're not gonna get a Boston room to a threesome. Does that mean that Tua and Rome are not friends with benefits? So is Tua not hooking up with? I just kind of need for Tua to have a friends with benefits situation, or else like I'm really scared that terrible things are gonna happen to him, and he's just gonna take it. He's just gonna sit there and take it, and I just I stand up, Tua, stand up. Like Rafi, I know like it might be like a sort of like decom style like you know what, Tiffany? Just because you're blonde doesn't mean you can walk around like you rule the school. And yeah, I may wear sneakers with my prom dress today, but it's because I love to walk. When's the last time you did that? And walk away. Like a Ginny and Georgia style. Like, I don't know if he's gonna gag anybody, but this is interesting. I feel like I don't know, like I'm not like frothing at the bit for this show like I was before. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna see the first episode. I hope it's on YouTube and I don't have to start paying for IQ again. IQ, 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 IQ. Burnout Syndrome just finished airing. I don't feel like paying it for that again because I also have to pay for my VPN so that I can watch for cash. Um, yeah, those are my thoughts. Hopefully, this video recorded. Again, I recommend you watch literally anybody else. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm probably not going to make episode long reactions to this show because I feel like that would require me to do editing, which I don't feel like doing. Um, peace and love. Games out.